Okay, you guys, we are back with another banging video. In this video, we're gonna talk about the court hearing of Rihanna's home shooter, Ivana Lzette Ortiz. Because I've been checking on some details, honey, and I'm learning that Riri was in court on the date of the hearing. Now, if you guys can recall, Rihanna's home was pew-pewed at on March 8th, and that was Sunday, I believe, at around 1:30 p.m., according to police reports, right? Now, Rihanna was home. A$AP Rocky was home. Both Riri and Rocky, they were in the silver Airstream trailer that was parked on the property. Rihanna's mom and the kids, they were inside the home. Ivana Lzette Ortiz, she appeared in court on March 12th. And I have the video that I'm going to share with you. The video does not show that Rihanna was in court, but I have been doing some deep diving. And based on the information that I've come across, Rihanna was in court, honey. She was in the courtroom on the 12th because she wants to ensure that this woman gets the maximum fine and the maximum penalty, and Riri wanted to see who else was going to show up to support this woman because she wants to know if by chance she knows any of these people, right? So she's looking, right? So she appeared in court on Tuesday, March 10th in the Los Angeles County Superior Court. Her next scheduled date is set for March 25th, where bail and psychiatric evaluation and a trial scheduling are expected to be addressed. So, you know that naturally, based on the videos that we saw, you know that naturally they're gonna have her go through psychiatric evaluation, right? So, the next court date, as I said, it is March 25th. The shooting incident took place on March 8th. She got arrested. She actually got arrested on the 9th because initially they were saying she was accosted on the same day, but now I am going through the details and I don't know why it is that the information is switching consistently, because initially it was reported that she did the shooting on March 8th at around 1 p.m. And they said that the police accosted her within an hour, right after the shooting, because she was driving, what's the Elon Musk car called again? One of those cars. And you guys know that the company, they have access to all the vehicles. Even though you're the owner, they can stop the vehicle anywhere, right? So it was definitely not hard for them to pinpoint her coordinates. But what is surprising is that some of the details, it keeps changing. It is not going based on how it was reported. And at this point in time, I have to say what is the truth. I believe she was actually arrested on the same date of the shooting. That's what I believe, right? But then I'm looking at the timeline and I'm looking where it says court timeline. The court timeline is saying she was arrested on March 9th. The court timeline is saying she did the shooting on March 8th. The court timeline is saying she appeared in court on March 10th. Okay? And the next hearing is on the 25th of March, where the psychiatric evaluation and all of that will be discussed. Now, she has been charged with attempted murder. They're saying this is willful, it's premeditated, and it's voluntary. So it's 10 counts of assault with a semi-automatic firearm, 3 counts of shooting into an inhabited dwelling or vehicle. So that includes the Airstream trailer that was parked on the premises, right? Now, we are going to take a look at the video of the court hearing. Yes, when the judge was, giving a breakdown of everything, the judge was telling her that if she has any other weapons, she needs to surrender them to the police. If she has any body armor or anything like that, it needs to be surrendered to the police. And if she has destroyed any weapons or any evidence, within the past 24 hours, she also needs to make that be known to the police as well. And the judge was going through everything with her, right? So let's take a look at that clip together, shall we? And then I'll get back with the rest of my commentary.
A plea on behalf of the client, you waive formal reading of the complaint, advisement of rights, including Armed Forces and Veterans Rights Center, plea of not guilty, denying any and all special allegations, enhancements, and priors.
Yes, ma'am.
The plea of not guilty is entered on behalf of your client.
Your Honor, court will actually be waiving time for arraignment plea for 2 weeks.
So you're requesting to...
Yes,
okay, so to what date? I'm sorry.
We can get 2 weeks from today.
The not guilty plea entered by this court is withdrawn. Counsel is requesting to waive time for arraignment plea to March 25th, 2026. Ms. Ortiz, you have a statutory or constitutional right to be arraigned today. Your counsel is requesting that your arraignment be continued to March 25th, 2026. Do you waive your right to a speedy arraignment so that your arraignment can be heard on March 25th, 2026?
Yes.
Is counsel joining the waiver?
So join.
The court finds that the defendant has made a knowing and intelligent waiver of her right to a speedy arraignment and that her counsel joins in that waiver. Both agree that the next court date of March 25th, 2026 is the date of the arraignment.
Yes.
Counsel, do you have a protective order?
Yes, Your Honor, I have a protective order that I am currently on approach with the order. And is the court setting bail on this matter?
Counsel reserving?
Yes.
Counsel is reserving. The court will set bail at $1,875,000.
Thank you, Your Honor.
So, Ms. Ortiz, at this time, the court will issue the protective order. The protected persons are Robin Fenty and Raycom Myers. The court finds good cause to issue the protective orders and will order that you not harass, strike, threaten, assault, follow, stalk, molest, destroy, damage personal or real property, disturb the peace, keep under surveillance, or block the movements of the protected persons. You must have no contact with the protected persons. That means no in-person, no telephonic, no electronic contact. You're not to own or buy or try to buy or receive a firearm or ammunition. If you have any firearms or ammunition, you must surrender them to local law enforcement or store them with a licensed gun dealer within 24 hours of this order. Additionally, if you surrender or store those items, you must file a receipt with the court within 48 hours of this order. You're not to, the court finds good cause to order that you not be in the possession of firearms or firearm parts or ammunition. You're not to own or buy or possess body armor. Additionally, you must not attempt to or prevent any victim or witness from making any reports to law enforcement or from testifying at a hearing. You must have no contact, once again, with those two protected persons. You must stay 100 yards away at least from the protected person's home, job, vehicle, and from... You must also, the protected persons may record any prohibited communications made by you. You'll be personally served with a copy of the protective order in open court. No additional proof of service is required. Should the defendant post bail somehow, if bond is posted, the court will, in addition to ordering compliance with the protective order and forced violence weapons condition, the court will also order GPS monitoring. And that's, once again, in the event Ms. Ortiz is able to post that bond. Anything further?
Nothing from the bench.
Thank you.
Thank you, Your Honor. Nothing from the people.
Today I'm here to announce the charges that have been filed against Ivana Lzette Ortiz, a 35-year-old woman from Orlando, Florida, in connection with the case in which she has now been arraigned. And by the way, that arraignment date has now been continued to March 25th. The charges that have been filed against Ms. Ortiz include 1 count of attempted murder, 10 felony counts of assault with a semi-automatic firearm, and 3 felony counts of shooting at an inhabited dwelling or camper. Any charges that have been filed, as I've said very often, are just that. They are not the evidence that we are presenting in court. That evidence will be presented in court at the appropriate time, at which point we intend to convict Ms. Ortiz of all the charges which have been leveled at this point beyond a reasonable doubt to either a judge or a jury. But summarizing the allegations that exist so far, on March 8th at approximately 1:20 p.m., Ms. Ortiz is accused of driving up to the residence of Rihanna, at which point she fires from her semi-automatic weapon multiple times at the residence. In that residence, Rihanna was there with her partner, her 3 children, her mother, and 2 staff people, representing 8 of the 10 of the counts of dealing with an assault with a semi-automatic firearm. In addition, Ms. Ortiz is accused of firing at a neighboring residence that had 2 additional individuals. That is why there are 10 felony counts of assault with a semi-automatic firearm. And there are 3 felony counts of shooting at inhabited dwellings. There are actually 2 dwellings at Rihanna's residence. There's a Airstream camper in which 2 individuals were located, as well as a house on that property, and then there was the neighboring property. That is why there are 3 felony counts of shooting at an inhabited dwelling or camper. What happened after Ms. Ortiz shot at these various residences and people is that she then traveled through Beverly Hills, eventually ending up in Sherman Oaks. And then at that point, within hours, she was arrested. I very much want to appreciate and publicly thank both the Los Angeles Police Department and the Beverly Hills Police Department for their very quick, timely, and prompt actions leading to the arrest of Ms. Ortiz on these charges. Ms. Ortiz, if and when convicted of these charges, is facing up to life in state prison. Her bail has been set by the court at $1,875,000. And part of the reason I wanted to convey this message is as follows. I want everyone to understand in this county that you should absolutely feel safe in your residence and in your neighborhood and in your community. That safety is something we will work incredibly hard to.
So guys, there you have it. The judge is telling her that, listen, if you have any additional weapons, any body armor, if you've destroyed any evidence or anything like that within the past 24 hours, it needs to be known to the court, right? No. Another thing that was revealed is that there are multiple suspects in this shooting, because what the police department is saying is that they believe this was carried out by more than a single individual, because the car was driving fast and shots were blazing at the same time, and as such they believe it had to be multiple perpetrators involved. Remember, this woman lives all the way in Florida. Yes, and the police are saying she drove from Florida to LA, right? So she was taken into custody on the 8th after the shooting, and the type of gun that she used, an AR-15 style rifle. AR-15 style rifle. I believe there's a lot more to this case that the police department knows about that they're not releasing to us at this time. And I believe because they're not sure about the other suspects that are involved, that is why Riri did not stay at that mansion for any longer. 2 days after the event, she was out of there. And also, this woman, even though she appeared to be crazy. And she was talking about other celebrities like Cardi B, Beyonce, and who knows who was gonna be her next victim. So thank God, Riri and her kids, they were not harmed, right? So we are just 13 days away from the next court hearing. Even though there are no injuries, she is going to be charged with attempted murder because, the manner in which she was firing the shots, honey, she was firing to kill. And the videos that she has on social media, she was saying that when God kills Riri, she is going to be blessed. So that is something, that's why the police department is saying it's premeditated because of the videos that she has on social media. Now, it's been alleged that her family is stepping forward and they're pleading on her behalf, and they're saying that she is off on sound mind, which definitely appears to be true. But the big ticket question is, if she has been on social media behaving that way, where was the family all this time? Why didn't the family get her some kind of help? So it is alleged that the family is now trying to get the bail lowered to get her out on bail. But honey, I don't think so. I don't think it's gonna happen anytime soon. And I believe we're in for a rude awakening as to other people's involvement in this case, okay? So I'm going to provide you guys with further updates as they become available. Let me know what you guys think. Leave your comments below, and we're going to talk some more in the comment section. Peace.